3 million downloads, 1 million downloads, and 700,000 downloads. All of these are Minecraft mod packs, which supposedly increase your performance due to the fact that Minecraft Vanilla just doesn't run well. And while many just use alternatives like Minecraft clients including Lunar and Badline, some resort to using these Minecraft mod packs. But how well do they run, and should you switch to these? Let's find out. And watch till the end, as I'll be also covering a 1.8 FPS mod pack, starting off with Fabulously Optimized. And here is Fabulously Optimized. Now, I'd like to clarify, we are only doing specifically Minecraft 1.21, as every 1.20 plus mod pack featured in this video, this is the only one that I could get, well, for all the mod packs to all work on, because some of them didn't have like 1.20, 1.4, and the latest version, they're all still in like alpha and whatnot, so there's no point in doing it in those. Now, we want to see also what includes in these mod packs. So if I go over here to the mods, which thankfully they give us a mod menu, here is a list of all of the different mods that are featured. You might have to pause the video in case if you're interested in what they might specifically have. But okay, we're going to head over here into options, and we're going to go into video settings. Now, I have not touched anything. This is exactly what you're given as soon as you've launched with this. Everything here, this is default. This is general. This will be quality, performance, advanced, more culling, animations, particles, which I assume they're just all enabled. Exactly. We have details, we have render, and we have the extras. And also, just to clarify, let me put my PC specs right here up on the screen. I do not have the greatest computer, so hopefully majority of people who are watching this video, hopefully your PC settings might be as bad as mine, or might be just a little bit better. So whatever I get here, hopefully it can be as well to what you could get as well. And another thing I need to clarify is that when I tend to record, I tend to lose around half of my FPS. So if I get like 100, for example, on this recording, I might get 200 when I'm not recording. So you might also need to put that into account. But okay, I don't think there's anything else to put here. Let's go into single player. This is the main thing we're going to test. I'm going to just keep commands on just in case. And we're going to keep everything here default and normal, and we're just going to launch. And all right, we've launched. Okay, we're going to let this world load for a little bit. All right, here we are in the world. Now I had to change my perspective key, but that's fine. It doesn't affect our gameplay. And we seem to have spawned into a jungle, which actually there's a lot of things around here. So that can actually give us like a good indicator of like how well this mod pack gives us performance in like these environments where there's a lot of things around here. Now you can currently see we're getting around 220, 271. Remember when I said that when I'm recording I tend to lose around 50% of my FPS? So just think about it, how like it doubles. So this could potentially double if I'm not recording. But okay, we're just going around. Yeah, we're just constantly getting in the 300s to 270s. Now, also, what we can do to make our FPS more higher is by actually configuring with these. So let me just try and fix these up to see if I can try and make them more realistic on how I would do it for me personally. All right, I just configured a little bit here with the settings. Now, if I hit done, how much of an improvement can this make to our performance? And my, okay, that is quite a big improvement right there. We're getting the 400s, and if I look up here to the sky, and we just zoom in there, boom, we can peak up to 720. That's actually pretty good, I can't lie. But yeah, as we're running around here, you can see we're getting around more than 500. We're going back down to the 400s. Now, I don't know if this is going to be important or whatnot, but I'm going to be in creative mode, and we're just going to fly around, because it's going to render a bit more quicker, and it doesn't seem to affect anything of our frames. And yeah, as we're flying around, you can still see, yeah, our FPS is perfectly fine and stable. Now, here's also another thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to go on a very heavy entity-based server, like MCC Island, for example, because this server will take away a lot of your FPS because of this custom resource pack they have. So here's an example of, well, how much FPS you could potentially get. Now, I can't really configure my scoreboard, but in the normal lobby, you can see we're not getting great FPS. But if we go over here to, I don't know, a Sky Battle lobby, our FPS should actually improve. And it has by a little bit, yeah. We're seeing around 167, 182, so we're not really reaching 80, like 200 FPS. Oh, well, we just did right there. But yeah, just know actually that with this mod pack, you can add on more mods. Like, you can potentially get more FPS by adding on more mods that this mod pack as well doesn't have. But yeah, that seems to be everything for Fabulously Optimized. And that's it. I think that's all that we actually need to cover. So yeah, that's Fabulously Optimized. Let's move on to Simply Optimized. And here is Simply Optimized. So let's start off with, actually, I just realized there is no mod menu, so I can't actually see where we are. But hopefully if I can, I will put up hopefully somewhere on the screen so you guys can see what mods are included in this mod pack. But okay, let's first start off by going into options and seeing that, okay, we seem to have a more limited amount of what we can configure. So you might have to install like other mods like Sodium Plus, Sodium Extra, Lithium, more cooling. Actually, no, we already have that here. So I guess normal entity cooling. Although we do have that. We're going to leave all these normal. We're not going to touch anything here. We're going to do the same thing where we just hit allow commands. We're going to leave this as normal, and we're just going to create a whole new world. Now, I just realized, actually, because we don't have the more options thing, there is no that thing where you can just, like, add a little FPS counter. Okay, I had to reduce the amount of things that are on my screen. But there you go. You can see our FPS at the moment. We're hitting around the 230s, 214. And remember, these are the default Minecraft settings that this mod pack came in. Which, to be fair, actually, this could just be the default Minecraft settings as soon as you launch Minecraft. But I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's going pretty stable. We seem to be at around the 300s. We just reached 400 there. If I go into a forest, I don't know if that makes anything much of a difference. Yeah, the FPS seems to be pretty good. I don't know if this makes a difference, but we're just going to fly around and let this generate more and more stuff just to make sure that, you know, yeah, the FPS seems to be fine. It's not it's not falling massively or anything. So yeah, we seem to be pretty good so far. Okay, yeah, that seems to be everything. So let me now configure these Minecraft options and just lower everything down just so we can see if we can potentially get more frames. Okay, I'm gonna leave this at like 7 chunks for render distance and leave the simulation at 5. I think this has fog enabled, although I don't. Wait, this might be it. Okay, now this is with the Minecraft settings disabled, and you can see actually, yeah, we are constantly pulling above 500 FPS. In case if you want to know what I did, you could just see everything here. You can see what I did in an attempt to reduce. I mean, I don't know any of this does really, so I'm gonna just not touch this. But yeah, now this is me in survival mode, and yeah, you can constantly see we're constantly pulling above 500 frames per second, which is actually pretty good, I can say. Now, maybe there's just not much to look around or whatnot, I don't know. But if we just like look up to the sky and whatnot, you can see we're getting above, we just made above there 800 FPS. Yeah, you can see right there, boom. So yeah, honestly, we seem to be getting a bit more FPS on Simply Optimized than Fabulously Optimized. Although I do have to say that a lot of Fabulously Optimized versions are constantly just showing up in beta. They don't seem to be, like, there's not a lot of like actual releases for majority of versions, and they're just either in alpha or they're in beta. All right, we're gonna use MCC Island again as an example. Now we're just gonna hit proceed, and we're gonna let this texture pack load. All right, just to clarify, oh my god, okay. You can see that our FPS is not good right now. It's actually quite bad, although, okay, we seem to be stabilizing above 100. All right, if we go over here to a sky battle lobby, for example, we should be getting a bit more frames. And yeah, you can see it's gone way higher. We're now pulling above 200. We're reaching 300. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, we're getting around 300, 265, 220, 208, 239, 303, 321. Okay, I need to stop saying all these numbers. But yeah, for me at the moment, the game's actually quite smooth. I'm not seeing any lag so far. You can potentially, I guess, try and get more frames by adding in more FPS boosting mods, and also like a scoreboard mod, because to be fair, the scoreboard on this server and the boss bar can actually take away quite a bit of your FPS. Literally, trying to disable, you might actually see an improvement. But okay, yeah, that seems to be everything so far to cover based on just performance with this mod pack. Everything here seems to be fine. We're getting pretty decent frames. All right, that's Simply Optimized. Let's move on to Sodium Plus. And alright, here we are on Sodium Plus. Now, I don't know why the GUI skill is like so low. And oh my lord, why 32 Shadow Disc? No! Bro, put that down to like 5 at least. Please. I see music there. I'm gonna turn that off because I don't like it. But okay, besides that, Here are all of the settings currently that is included. I think these are probably just old default Minecraft settings, if I had to guess. I wouldn't say in this mod pack they have anything actually customized. And here are all of the mods in this mod pack. There is a lot of stuff here. I think this is the mod pack which has the most amount of things, but if not, it might be the 1.8 mod pack that we're actually trying out later. But besides that, we're just gonna go here to a single player world. All right, here we go. Oh my god. Oh, okay. We have a lot of things here. Okay, I see there's a voice chat mod hidden. I see a little mini map. Okay, hold on. I need to find out how to turn that off. Okay, well, running around right now, our FPS is not great. Although, to be fair, actually, hold on, I just realized we do have a mod on... Well, do we? Yeah, we have this thing, Distance Horizons. I don't know what this does. Let's turn that off. That might actually be the reason why. And, okay, well, it kind of did. Okay, our FPS is increasing. You can see up here right now, we're getting 142, 124. But right now, it seems to be performing fine. Although, for me, personally, what I'm looking at right now, it does feel kind of laggy. Although, make sure to put into account that this could be because I'm recording. But okay, yeah, we want to try and see if we can increase our FPS. So I'm going to go ahead and at least try and put this down to like 5 here. And simulation, we'll just put it to like, we'll just put it to like 6 or whatnot. Okay, I just configured a good bit of settings. So we should see hopefully an FPS improvement. And now, okay, yeah, we can see a bit more of an improvement. We see 250, 273, we reach up to 400. Oh, okay. We just had a sudden spike actually in our frames. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, our FPS doesn't seem to be that bad so far. I'm just running around, not doing much, we're just running. That's really it. And our frames, it's a bit bad. I guess, what the hell was that? Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what's on this mod pack. This might have as well like other strange noises potentially. Our frames are not that great still. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna go in creative mode. We're just gonna fly around seeing how it's gonna be like if we tend to load chunks quickly. The FPS doesn't seem to be, yeah, it doesn't seem to be lowering at all. As well, it could just be because we have a low render distance. But okay, I did see, oh yeah, we are seeing a little bit of times where we're going down a little bit. And yeah, our frames, yeah, we are actually, yeah, maybe we're just launching this way too fast. So it's causing the lower frame rate. Okay, that seems to be it. Let's leave this world and we're gonna go on MCC Island. Oh, okay. We're going to MCC Island and see how many frames we can get. And oh, you gotta be kidding. Bro, I was just on 1.21 for like the past 2 other mod packs. Why? Did they literally just change this now? So I have to be on 1.21.1. You've got to be kidding. What other? I'm not gonna go on Hypixel. Who goes on Hypixel on 1.21? You gotta be stupid if you're gonna do that. But yeah, that seems to be everything on Sodium Plus. There's not really much else we can look around with. Everything is just how it is, I guess. But yeah, that's it for Sodium Plus, and that is it for the 1.21 mod packs. Let's move on now to the 1.8 mod pack. And here is the 1.8 FPS mod pack, which is called Max FPS. Now let's first start off here by going to the, oh, okay, Neo config or whatever that is. Okay, this is very fancy, I guess. I don't know any of this is. What is this? Okay, I don't know what that just did there. I don't know what this is. FPS reducer. Okay, I think this is just showing us all of the mods. We can even set up profiles. That's actually pretty cool. We have a little credits thing there. And how do we can close this, and that's a little animation. We have a little account switcher. And let's go into this. We can see this is everything we have here. This doesn't seem to have Optifine installed, I don't think, because I'd say we would have a lot more options. Yep, these are all default. I have not touched with any of these. Well, I might want to actually put that up a bit higher because that's just how my sensitivity is. All right, we're just gonna create a whole new world here. And oh, okay, wait, what is this? Oh wait, I think it's because I accidentally activated it. Oh, hold on. Whoa. Okay. All right. We are here on the world, and I appear to see something. Wait, I can't see grass. It's right in front of me though. Why is that not loading in? Oh, we can add a little HUD. Oh, we can see everything here. Oh, what the hell? This is actually kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna move that down there. I don't think I need any of this though. How do I remove this? Wait, we can customize the size of these little things here. Okay, this is actually kind of cool. I'd say this is probably what you would expect out of a 1.8 FPS mod pack, although I'm not going to touch any of this stuff. But okay, you can see right now, based on the frames that I'm getting, our frames are actually pretty good. We're surprisingly pulling about 400 FPS. We're getting 300 there. Now we're getting almost up to 500. That's actually really impressive. Now just remember, this is everything default. I've not touched with any of these settings. But if I go into options, there doesn't seem to be anything, but we're just gonna put our render distance to like 7, and there's not really much actually to mess around with here. Yeah, actually, to be fair, there's actually not that much to mess around with. You can see we're actually pulling up to 600 frames per second. Wow. Okay, wait, that's probably actually just because we're in like a very flat ground area. We may have to move back to here to see how it legit looks like. All right, now we're just gonna be in creative mode. And yeah, when we come back to here, yeah, our frames are still fine, actually. They're really good, I can't lie. There's a lot, like if I go and try and just quickly load in chunks for the render distance, yeah, our frames seems to still be fine. No problems with that. High is normal. Doesn't really seem to be dropping very fast. Yeah, okay, yeah, there doesn't seem to be any problems with on this world. Although, to be fair, actually, if I have to think about it, 1.8 players are not really gonna go on a survival world on 1.8. But, you know, this is just for anyone who actually does, which is probably like an extremely small amount, as majority of people who want to play on a world will just play on like 1.21.5. This mod pack gives us a cracked Minecraft server and a Hypixel server. Okay, I didn't do this. Just to clarify, this is within the mod pack itself. Okay, we're gonna go on Hypixel, and all right, we've spawned in now, and holy lord, okay, our frames are a bit low right now. Okay, I'm just putting on a random texture pack I have, which is Dewier's 2K. I just realized, actually, I can't crouch with my shift key. Oh, crouches with control? Oh, ew. Why would someone prefer that? I don't know if switching to different lobbies does anything, though. Actually, never mind. It actually surprisingly does. Okay, our frames are fine, though. Doesn't seem to be that bad, okay. Although occasionally we do get those drops. All right, let's just go in like a little classic duel. You can see our frames. Oh, okay, they are actually increasing, surprisingly. Oh, you can see a little like armor HUD, like a little armor HUD there. That's cool. Okay, I'm not gonna really try and win though. Although actually, frames are surprisingly smooth. Guy just doesn't seem to want to fight. All right, come on, bro. And he's dead. Hold on. Can I just finish him off there? Nope. All right. GG. But okay, yeah, that seems to be really it for the 1.8 FPS mod pack. I don't really know what else to include here, but you know, you guys are probably here because you want to see the performance of what you can get on these. So if you're interested, I will make sure to link everything in the description below. Well, yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you very much if you've watched till the end. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be greatly appreciated as it supports me a bunch. Join my Discord server, like the video. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and now I will play this to the outro.